Upon the release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we realized that the slowest tires in the game, the rollers, were actually the best tires to use both online and in time trials. That's because of the insane mini turbo stat that these tires possess compared to the other sets of tires in this game. However, as I'm sure you all know by now, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe changed forever when Wave 4 of the Booster Course Pass was released. Gone were the endless Waluigi wigglers, and now it seems like the competitive players have flocked to Yoshi Inkstriker rollers. Now, this combo is not bad by any means, but in this video, I'm going to break down why this is not the best combo for online play and show you the actual, surprisingly best combo in the game. So without further ado, let's start giving her, bud. But before all that, we need to break down the old meta so we have a clear idea of why the best combo was the best and apply that to the current meta after the patch. Look, love it or hate it, the best combo prior to the release of Wave 4 was Waluigi Wiggler. For the purpose of this video, I made a custom stat interface that showcases the hidden stats of Mini Turbo and Invincibility, as well as a better representation of speed and handling, since the ground, water, air, and anti-gravity stats are different for these two stats. The reason why this combo was the absolute best is because it had the perfect mix of speed and Mini Turbo. No other combo was as perfectly balanced for which stats were most important for online play. To put it into perspective, the second most popular combo for online play was Waluigi Biddybuggy, and here's the comparison. While you do get a better mini turbo stat, you get just as worse of a speed stat. You also have slightly less weight, which while that stat isn't as important as speed and mini turbo, it is still a factor. Waluigi Biddybuggy was not a bad combo by any means. It was probably the second best combo in the game before Wave 4. But the balance between speed and mini turbo made Waluigi Wiggler the best combo in the game. Now, you might be wondering, why did I spend so much time breaking down the old meta when the new meta is seemingly incomparable? Well, the new meta is actually more comparable than you think, but we'll get to that shortly. For now, let's break down the current meta after the release of Wave 4. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, the current most popular combo for online play is Yoshi Inkstriker rollers. Of course, Peach, Daisy, and Birdo are also options here. These are the combo stats. As you can see, the stat distribution is already very similar to that of the old meta. If you compare this combo stats to Waluigi Wiggler stats, while the distribution is similar, you'll notice right away that there is a pretty big difference in the speed and weight stats, very similar to the comparison between Waluigi Wiggler and Waluigi Biddy. Now, comparing Yoshi Inkstriker to Waluigi Biddy, you can see that the stat distribution is almost identical. But let's think about this for a second. If the current meta combo has identical stats to the secondary old meta combo, why wasn't Waluigi Biddybuggy the most popular combo for online play? Now, you could make the argument that there aren't any current combos in this game that have a perfect stat distribution for the current meta. In simpler terms, you could argue there is no Waluigi Wiggler equivalent, at least stat-wise. But this is the part of the video where we prove that argument wrong. A couple days after Wave 4 was released, I proposed that Mario Standard Everything is a contender for a viable combo in this game, given the buff certain combo parts got. And to be honest, it still is. It is the most all-around balanced combo in the game, and the balance patch only gave this combo more reason to be viable. But there is a much better combo that has a better balance of the most important stats in this game. Introducing Luigi Biddybuggy GLA tires. Alright, let me explain. The GLA tires have the same stats as the standard tires, apart from the fact that the GLA tires have a slightly better invincibility stat. This is critical information, as you will soon find out. But anyways, let's compare this combo stats to the current most popular combo. I mean, stats for stats, it's just so much better. The only significant loss Luigi has is Mini Turbo, but that's made up for in speed, even more so in weight, and even more so in invincibility. When comparing Luigi Biddybuggy to Waluigi Wiggler, I mean, it's almost too similar, apart from the insane invincibility stat that Luigi Biddybuggy has. Now, if Waluigi Wiggler was the best combo in the old meta, it should be a no-brainer that Luigi Biddybuggy GLA is the best combo in the current meta. I already showed you how stats for stats, it's better than Yoshi Inkstriker, but let me just show you how impactful this combo's insane invincibility stat can be. For reference, Yoshi Biddybuggy GLA has just a slightly higher invincibility stat than Luigi. Compared to the current most popular combo, after you get hit by a star or an item that causes a similar hit stun, there is a 14 invincibility frame difference between the two combos. That's nearly a quarter of a second advantage to the GLA combo. But it doesn't end there. After getting hit by a shell or an item that causes a similar hit stun, there is a 22-second frame difference. That's over a third of a second advantage to the GLA combo. You may not think this means much, but I have two online clips to prove otherwise. In this clip, Roberto got red shelled before the last set, but because of this combo's invincibility frames, while he was shrunken down by the shock, he didn't exactly get hit at the same time. As a result, he didn't really lose any speed. He was then able to clutch a third place despite getting zapped by the most powerful item in the game. You could argue that the speed he kept from not getting hit by the shock didn't really benefit him as much as I'm making it out to be. So if you're not sold on how insane the invincibility stat on this combo is, here's another example. I was in first place with a super horn, and with a blue shell coming, I should have been fine, but second place got 4 red shells behind me. Obviously, I didn't know it was exactly 4, but in any case, I tanked the first red shell while on the boost panel, so I could get right back up to speed. I knew the second red shell wasn't going to hit me, but I was not expecting the same for the third red shell. I was then able to horn both the fourth red shell and the blue shell. I can guarantee you, if I was using rollers, I would have been screwed in this situation. But because I had the insane invincibility stat, despite 4 red shells and a blue shell coming my way, I only got hit once. If that doesn't sell you on how overpowered this combo's invincibility stat is, I don't know what will. To summarize everything, Luigi Biddybuggy GLA tires is the best stats for stats combo in this game with a super advantage in invincibility. You could also use Iggy, who has the same stats, as well as either Mario, Ludwig, or Medium Me, who have the same stats with the exception of slightly less handling and slightly more traction. The character class, including Peach, Daisy, Yoshi, and Birdo, is another great alternative with the Biddybuggy and the GLA tires. Also, don't forget to use the gold glider with this combo to compensate for the lack of speed and weight. Having covered all of this information, I think it's fair to say that the GLA tires, when combined with the right character and cart, are better than the rollers. Given the reasons why Waluigi Wiggler was the best combo before the balance patch, and seeing how Luigi Biddybuggy GLA has a very similar stat distribution with critical advantages, especially that absurd invincibility stat, I will be waiting ever so patiently for a genuinely valid argument as to why this combo isn't the best in the game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments which combo you'll be using moving forward, now knowing all this game-changing information. Because let me tell you, after breaking everything down, I cannot see myself switching back to the rollers. The GLA advantages are just too absurd to ignore. With that said, until next time, thank you so much for watching, have yourselves a fantastic day, and keep on giving her, bud.